Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. And finally I have built up my Annihilape over here, which is going to be super meta over here because it have replaced Medicham completely. So it's the new counter fighter that have access to part Ghost as well, which is a really unique typing, because Ghost and fighting is a really unique typing that do resist fighting as well as take neutral from dark types as well. Apart from that, being Ghost and fighting, it have got coverage move of Night Slash for the psychic typings and the Ghost as well, and for flyers it have access to Ice Punch as well. But for as per recommendation and what I have felt with Annihilape over here, it is really safe to run it with Ice Punch and Shadow Ball over here, because it gives you coverage while you can still do neutral damage to the fairies, to the flyings as well, which hits quite hard. So as per that, I am trying to build a team around Annihilape, because I have to cover fairy, psychic, flying and Ghost as well, which is quite tough. So that is the reason I am trying out a lead of Gligar over here for all those neutral situations, maybe not dark, maybe grass, flying, again for steals, electric, everything. And my safe swap over here of Lickitung in this scenario, because Gligar being weak to ice and water, it can Lickitung with his bulk and neutral damage of lick and body slam really do add up, so it can handle those ice and water as well, as it have got the coverage move of Power Whip. So that is the team, and let's jump into the first battle over here, which I pick up a lead against Venusaur over here. So Venusaur is not good for my backline because Frenzy Plant really hits hard, so I have to take care of this Venusaur in this lead matchup over here. So I will be going for the first aerial ace, which do land, which puts it quite low, because now I can easily farm them down. I can tank in one Frenzy Plant, though my Gligar, as you guys can see from the graphics, my Gligar is not that highly ranked up over here because of I don't have that. So I'll be using a normal variant of Gligar over here, which I think I hashed. I'm not sure if I'm not wrong. So, but still it does quite well as well. Since they came out with their Skarmory over here, I'll be coming back with my Lickitung in this scenario, because they are actually running air slash, to which I'll be going for the first body slam, because they went for the Brave Bird, they shielded up, and now I have got a good matchup against this Lanturn over here onto my Annihilape. So Annihilape is super cool, as you guys can see. It's kind of a raged monkey, and I have really like the how cool it looks with this furs moving around over here. So I let this first serve go through, to which I can easily farm them down, not farm them down, I tried to farm them down but I could not. So I'll be shielding up the first move now, this is the second move now, and then I'll be going for the farm down over here. So next, since they're coming back with their Skarmory once again, so I'll be going for this neutral Shadow Ball, which might have taken it out. So that's the reason they will be shielding up, and now from this kind of range, my Lickitung is quite healthy over here, and it's actually out of Sky attack range, but still I'll be going up for the shield over here, and because I'm quite sure that with aerial ace, with air slash, it cannot reach to the next move just in time, because I will be farming them down with lick and getting the win for the first battle with this team. So these battles are quite random, which I have not set up in order, as you guys can see from the timestamps as well. So moving on with the next battle, I pick up a really tough lead against Azumarill. So Azumarill is kind of a really threat for my Annihilape and my Gligar over here, because of the access to Ice Beam and Play Rough over here, to which now I will be safe swapping again into my Lickitung, and Lickitung is such a good safe swap to handle all those weaknesses for Annihilape over here. So the only thing I think that core breaks his whole team is going to be Wigglytuff, because of the part fairy and normal typing on it, to which now I'll be letting this next charge move go through as well, which ends up being a play rough. And now from this kind of range I can easily farm them down with the licks, and I might have got loaded energy with this Lickitung over here to go for the next body slam, to which they comes back in with their Medicham over here, which is good for me because now I can easily counter this Medicham with my Gligar, to which they comes back with a Gligar, which is quite good for me because now since I was up on energy, I do have a good matchup with this Gligar as well. And since I'm having double shield, my win condition over here is going to be my Annihilape over here, because the final Pokemon that they have access to is going to be a Medicham, and Medicham is going to have a really tough time against Annihilape over here. So I'll be going for the first Aerial Ace that gets the first shield from my opponents, and then now I'll be going for the next Aerial Ace, which I think will, they let it go, and yeah, beg your pardon, the shield, and they tried to go for the next move, which is I think is going to be the Aerial Ace, which I'll shield, and then I'll be going for the next Aerial Ace, but they will be going for the next Aerial Ace again. So this Aerial Ace does not take me out. I'll be left with HP or 2, and they caught the next move onto their own Medicham over here, which I am fine with because Aerial Ace hits the Medicham for quite a bit of damage, and now I can easily ramp up on energy right now. So I'll be shielding up the first move. I thought it might be a Psychic, which will be super effective for me because of the part fighting type onto my Annihilape over here. So I'll be going for the first Ice Punch that does take care of the Medicham, and now I have enough energy to go for the next Ice Punch that takes care of the Gligar and gives me the win for the second battle here as well with this team, which is quite having a good coverage, and it's quite balanced as well. Moving on with the next battle, I pick up a lead against I totally missed what my lead was. It may be something it could have hard countered my my Gligar over here, to which I'll be safe swapping into my Lickitung, but nevertheless I'll be getting hard countered once again because they comes out with their Scladed Dirge over here that will be going for this that they'll be going for the Disarming Voice and the Neutral Incinerates, which really do add up, and I again live with a sliver of HP because I have my rank 1 excelled best buddied Lickitung over here that switches the matchup over in this scenario, and I have got switch with my Lickitung in this scenario. Yeah, so the lead was actually Froslass, which is kind of a really hard core breaker for my team. But nevertheless, I have got Annihilape with me, which I've got access to counter, which is neutral, and Shadow Ball that is super effective. So I can easily shield up the first move, and then I can easily go for the next Ice Punch over here. So next Ice Punch might get the force shield from opponent's end, which it does. And now from this kind of range, they cannot farm me. They cannot farm me down. So they switches out into their own Charger Bug over here. The Charger Bug, which is going to have a really tough time against this Gligar over here, because I switched the matchup of this reason, because I thought my Gligar would have a really good matchup for anything that is there in the back. So everything is listed here, be it Discharge, be it Executor. So I'll be letting this next charge moves go through as well, and then I'll be going for the next Aerial Ace, which is neutral again, but now I'll undercharge them, and I'll be going for a hefty farm down onto this Charger Bug over here, to which now I'll be going for the next Aerial Ace onto the incoming Froslass over here, which have to shield up this next move, and then I'll be switching out into my own Froslass, into my own Annihilape over here, and I'll be going for the next Ice Punch. So Ice Punch, non-stab Ice Punch does not take it out from this kind of range, and now with the HP left with me, I think I have enough HP to survive one avalanche, and that is the reason I can easily sneak in one counter and get the win for the battle here as well, which is going to be huge for me. So hard lead, but still Lickitung does get the game, and Annihilape does sweep it in the end game. GG's. Moving to the next battle, I pick up a lead against my opponent's Mirror Gligar over here, but since I am having a really high attack Gligar, so I believe I win CMP every single time. So I'll be going for the next back-to-back aerial aces over here, and I think it was a CMP tie as well. Yes, it was, and then I can let this first move go through as well, because I'm quite sure that it is going to be aerial ace. If it is a Night Slash, it is going to do again less damage than not a stab aerial ace, to which we simultaneously safe swap into our own safe swaps over here, which is going to be man time for them and Lickitung for me. So they'll be going for the direct bubble beams over here, which will be debuffing me, and now I'll be going for the power whips, which is not a great thing, because power whip when debuffed, if you're taking neutral as well, always go for the stab body slams over here, because body slam is stab and it takes neutral damage, and it is less energy as well. So I can let this next charge move go through as well, because they are running bubble beam and aerial ace. Aerial ace does not hit quite hard, and it is coming from Mantine, which is quite defense weighted as well. So I'll be going for the next body slams, which almost put the Mantine quite low, but they cannot farm me down until and unless they put up their shield, or they have to go they have to go for the shield, or else I'll be going to farm them down with the with the body slams over here, to which they comes back with their own final Pokemon, which is going to be the Dugong over here, and they snipe me down with aerial ace over here, which is not good for me, because they have back-to-back aerial aces, which I have to shield because of how classy Annihilape is. So I could have survived one aerial ace, but nevertheless it would be still very hefty damage for me. So I'll be shielding up once, and then I'll be going for the first Ice Punch that does get the shield as well, which is good, but it's not game over, because they have one shield left as well with them. So I'll be going for the next Shadow Ball, which does get the final shield as well, and from this kind of range they are forced to throw, because if they're staying in this matchup, this counter will put them quite low, and they undercharge for some reason, and now I will be going into my Gligar and I'll be going for the next neutral dig, which hits quite hard, and they cannot farm me down with Ice Shard. Rather, I can farm them down with stab wing attacks and get the win for the battle here as well, which is quite good, because I again switched out in a good timing, and it was a good energy management from me as well. So GG's. Hopping into the next battle, I pick up a lead against Dragonair over here, so I'll be going for the first aerial ace, and then I'll be switching out into my Lickitung, because Aqua Tail hits quite hard to my Gligar, and let's see what they are having in the back. So I'll be going for the next body slam onto this Dragonair over here, which I think might give up their first shield, which they do, and since they are not switching out, I believe they don't have a really hard answer to Lickitung in the back. So I will be shielding up right now, because they went for a Dragon Pulse, and I'll be going for the next body slam just in time, because I don't want them to farm, go for the next body slam, and I have to shield, invest my final shield as well, to which now they comes back with their Lanturn over here, which is kind of good for me, because I do have a really good answer with my Annihilape and my Gligar over here, but still Gligar does take neutral from those serves as well, not neutral, super effective from the serves as well. So I'll be waiting out the switch clock, and then I'll be coming back with my Annihilape over here. So this might be a Thunderbolt, but I will be taking my chance, because I can survive one Thunderbolt. It hurts, which is fine, but still I can survive, and I can reach to the next Shadow Ball just in time. The final Pokemon that they have access to is going to be their Jellicent over here, which is not good for me because Jellicent is kind of a code breaker again for my Gligar and my Annihilape over here. So they'll be going for the Surf, which is good for me because now I can easily get the farm down onto this Jellicent over here, but not before they go for the Surf. Surf hits me quite hard, but still I can eventually farm them down, and the remaining Pokemon that is there of Lanturn does not have enough HP and energy, so I'll be going for the next dig that almost takes it out, and Wing Attack does wrap up the game over here, which is going to be GG's. Moving on with the second last battle of the video and the set, I pick up a lead against this Talonflame over here, which is not good for me because Talonflame is kind of a good core breaker for my Lickitung. Not core breaker, it's kind of a really troublesome thing for my Annihilape over here. So I'll be going for the first Aerialist rather, the next Aerialist that almost puts the Talonflame quite low, and from this kind of range I'll be coming back with my Annihilape and I'll be going for the farm down over here. I'm not sure why I'm waiting up this time, but since I come out with my Lickitung over here because I thought they will be going for the Brave Bird, which they do, and now from this kind of range I will be coming back with my own Annihilape over here. And the mistake I did is really gruesome for me because I miscounted and they went for a Psychic, which I was not anticipating, and it almost took my Annihilape down, and this game is already wrapped up. So I'll be going for the next Shadow Ball, that the shield, and I'll be going for the top left over here because I have not even zero negative win condition left with this battle. Hopping on to the final battle of the video, I pick up a lead against Lanturn over here, which is good for my Gligar, but still I have to watch out for back-to-back serves. So I can let this first serve go through, and then I'll be going for the next Wing Attack, and then I'll be going for the dig if they're trying to catch the move. So I'll be going for the next dig, which does draw out the first shield from my opponents, and now since they reach one turn earlier, so I have to shield up this next move as well, which is going to be Surf, and then I can easily go for the next dig over here. So next dig, if it land, it will be dealing quite a lot of damage, which it does, and now I think I'll be going for the next Aerialist, which is going to be CMP type, but it does not take it out, which is heartbreaking for me because how bulky Lanturn is, that's simply amazing. So next serve does take me out, but I will be getting enough energy, like a bit of extra energy with my Annihilape, and they comes out with their Charge Bug over here, which is not good for me because Charge Bug does have I think win condition with in even shield scenario. So I'll be going for the first Shadow Ball, which is hurting the which will hurt the Charger Bug, but since they invest their shield, so it is kind of wasted onto my Annihilape over here. But nevertheless, I'll be switching out into my Lickitung, and they are staying in this matchup. I'm not sure why they are staying, because they are having Sand Slash in the back, which is even Shadow. So Shadow Sand Slash with Lickitung, though it seems a good matchup, but it is not when you are having shield disadvantage over here. But nevertheless, since Lickitung is quite bulky, I will be going for this back-to-back body slams over here that puts the Sand Slash quite low, and I can let this next charge move go through as well, which ends up being an Ice Punch. And from this kind of range, I tried to farm them down and I catch the next move, which I think is going to be good because I sneak in one counter, but for some reason, and as you guys can see, for some lag, the second counter just went in, but it does not register, and now their Charger Bug have enough energy, which they'll snipe me down with the X-Scissor and it does take my Lickitung out. So it's a heartbreaking loss for me for the back-to-back last 2 battles, which is not good. But still, I have to accept that. Trying out Annihilape, which is really good for this meta, and it's just awesome with its moveset, but still I think it is lacking a bit of bulk that is keeping it aside. So that will be all for this video, and see you again in the next one. Till then, peace.